Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger, and Need for Speed Battles Season 1 is about to start in just a couple of days, and the placement race for Need for Speed Heat is Flashback. So we're going to take a look today at how the world record holder, or the current world record holder, races this race. Let's go. Before I get into the video, if you don't know what NFS Battles is, you can go to nfsbattles.com and check out everything we've got going on there. It's a website that I created in order to provide a leaderboard for Need for Speed Heat and Need for Speed Unbound. It's a place to compete 1v1, 2v2, or 4v4 with your friends or just other members of the community. It's a complete ranked system or ranked mode for Need for Speed Heat and Unbound. So go over there, support it by just competing. It's completely free. You can register now. All right, let's get into this. So if you're looking to find all of the world record runs for Need for Speed Heat, we have a spreadsheet that you're seeing right now. I'll link it in the description. This is basically all of the known runs. I mean, there could be someone out there who hasn't posted their run on YouTube, has a better time, something like that. I don't know exactly the world records, but this is what the community actually agrees on as far as what the records are for Heat. It has everyone's channel links, so you can go and subscribe to all of these very fast racers channels, and it has links to every single run that they've done and posted. There are multiple places for each race. You can look at first, second, third, fourth, fifth. I think we even go all the way up to 10th. So this is the place to go if you want to see how the fastest drivers in the world are racing these tracks. This is going to show you the best shortcuts, the best lines, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the best run for Flashback, which again I mentioned is the placement race for Need for Speed Battles Season 1. So let's take a look at this. This is actually done by Waterblob from Jaeger Hunters. Waterblob's an insane racer, and he's probably the king for driving the Beetle, so he's got the Beetle for this particular run. But anyway, let's go ahead and click on this link and open up this video. Dude, what in the world did he put on the back of that car? Hold on, we need to go back. How did he get my picture in the game, dude? What is this? I remember he did this for one of my streams actually, and it was hilarious, but I didn't realize he used it on this video. This video is like 9 months old, so shout out to Waterblob. I didn't realize he put my picture on the back of the car for this world record run. Dude, all right, let's get into it, bro. I don't have any audio for this because I can't play the song that he's got in here. It's a copyright song. Now, the nice thing about watching a Waterblob video is that he usually puts a controller layout on the top. This is great for understanding what inputs he's using while he's driving. So when he's nosing, how he's turning, how he's controlling the car, things like that. So what I'm going to do is just give you an idea of things to look out for. And the biggest thing on this particular race is the NOS points, and then the second biggest thing is the shortcuts that you're going to take, or the lines that you're going to take, and I'll explain it towards the end of the lap. You'll see some weird lines that he's taking. So let's get into this. Let's take a look here. How many bottles does he use off the start? So he's actually holding A at the start, so when the race starts he's already got NOS usage going. He uses 3 bottles directly off the start, and this part's actually important. Look how wide he is. He's almost hitting the barriers on the left side to take this turn. This is a very sharp turn, so you have to get as wide as possible and then end as wide as possible. Very nicely done. Now he's live tuning. I wouldn't recommend it because it's kind of an advanced technique that should happen after you've already sort of learned all of the things that you need to know about controlling a car and driving fast in Need for Speed Heat. Live tuning should be like the very end, the thing that just gets you like those extra milliseconds, or those extra tenths of a second on a particular time. So live tuning is just not that important for you guys to know for this placement race. And also because you're not using the Beetle benefits from live tuning really well. So if you're good at live tuning, you can do that with the Beetle. The Beetle is one of the cars that benefits from it, but we're going to be using the Hurricane for the placement race, so don't worry about that. Again, into this corner, very wide. He actually puts a wheel on the curb. I have been known to put both wheels on the curb because I think that you can get even wider there, but sometimes when you come off the curb it kind of jumps the car and it's not super consistent, so try to keep that in mind. And this turn's almost identical to the one before it. He cuts it super hard, except you don't want to end wide on this one because you have to set yourself up for the left that comes next. So this turn, again, right at the flag. Now I wanted to back it up to this point because right after he makes this right hand turn, he actually pops his NOS, which is kind of strange going into this next turn. But the reason he pops it is because if you wait too long, number one, you're going to be losing speed. And number two, if you wait till after this left hand turn to use your next NOS bottle, it actually hurts you for the next right hand turn. So he's using it before the turn, and it actually carries him through the turn and keeps his speed up. Notice his speed actually increases on this turn. It's crazy. So that's the NOS usage right there. Pretty simple right-hander. Stay as wide as you can. NOS through the dirt. That's what he's doing here. So as soon as his car lands, he pops another bottle of NOS. Smooth right-hand turn. Another smooth left-hand turn. And here's where things get a little bit tricky. So this corner is very tight. It's a 2-lane road leading into it, and if you stay to the right of the barriers, you're going to be losing a lot of speed going through it. And there's not really any debris or anything that you can hit in the parking lot or whatever that is right in front of where he's going. So let's watch the line and then I'll explain it. So let's go back. That line is actually nice to take. It looks a little messy, but if we slow it down to half speed, your visual cue on this is the right flag. So the right flag is positioned almost at the corner, and so you're trying to cut that corner. There's a fence there that you have to be careful, because if you hit that fence, you're gonna wreck. Notice he's going out. Right flag is sort of the cue, but see, the flag is not all the way on the corner. Like I said, it's almost at the corner. So you can't cut that flag super hard like you would on other corners. You have to keep in mind that that's just the angle that you're pointing towards. You want to take a look at the arrow that's on that billboard there in front of him. That's the one you're looking for. Now this turn actually is a continuation of the previous turn. So if you take the correct line through that previous turn, then you just keep turning, end up on the sidewalk a little bit. You keep turning. You're going to cut this flag here and go through the parking lot on the other side. You got to pay attention though, because if you go too wide, if you go too shallow to the right, you're going to hit this barrier. Cut through the barriers and continue nosing going down this big straight. Now on the second lap, he's already used 2 NOS bottles from his refill, and he's on to the second lap. So he should have 3. He's going to cut this corner and immediately NOS. He NOSes mid corner if you notice. He goes a little bit wide, but not a big deal. It's a continuation of that NOS bottle that he just used, and he's almost back at full speed where he needs to be. Cuts this corner again directly afterwards, nosing through the left-hand corner. And then when he does finish this right, he goes through the tunnel, stays as wide as possible because you want to keep your speed. When his car lands, he's going to pop his next NOS bottle. So those are your NOS points for the entire thing. All right, we can pause it right there. So you can watch the full run on WaterBlob's channel. There's a link in the description down below. That is the best way to take these corners for Flashback. And hopefully this has helped you improve your placement time for Need for Speed Battles Season 1. It launches in just a couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. There's a link to NFS Battles in the description as well. And if there's anything else you guys need or you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to send me a DM on Twitter, Instagram, or Discord. I read every single message. All right, once again, shout out to WaterBlob, great run, and we'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.